Hello everyone. So today we're bringing out the Acog. I haven't shot this Acog in a very long time. The last time I shot this, it was on Scar 17, and I was shooting it out to 500 yards with a 308, which was easy work. Actually, it was 550 yards, which was pretty easy work. Okay. This location where I was shooting at, it basically jumps from like 550 yards straight up to 850 yards, right? Because there's like a valley in between, so you can't see. So trying to hit anything at 850 yards, even with the 308, was extremely difficult using this ACOG. The problem I had is I just couldn't spot the impacts to make corrections, okay? So when I had a different scope, like I had my AR-10 that had a scope with more magnification, I could spot the impacts and I could get on target. And I think I shot a 1.1 MOA, right? It was like 10.5 inches at 1,000 yards. That was my best group of that day. And it was like, I think it was 7 out of 8 hits, okay? So if you search my channel name and 1,000 yards, you should see that video. But on that same day that I shot that 1.1 MOA at 1,000 yards, I was also shooting the ACOG on Scar 17, which was easy shooting to 550 yards. But when I went up to 850 yards, I just couldn't spot the impact. And as a result of that, I basically took this ACOG off of the Scar 17. I put a 2.5 to 20 scope on it, right? A Night Force 2.5 to 20. I've done videos on that. And that's still on the Scar 17. And basically this ACOG's been like sitting in a drawer unused. And I said, hey, you know what? Let's pull out. That was like maybe 2 years ago at this point. I said, okay, let's pull out this ACOG. And what I did is I mounted it on this 18-inch 223 Wild. Okay, and like, you know, let me reacquaint myself with the ACOG. So over the next couple of days, you can expect we're gonna do a bunch of videos. So today, all I did was basically I put on this 18-inch 223 Wild from Palmetto, and I zeroed it in. I got a 50-yard zero, took it out to 100 yards, and now I'm going to shoot it at 200 yards, right? So that's where I'm really concerned with. I'm concerned with where the impacts, you know, when I adjust, you know, the point of the 50-yard zero is so that I can true out my 200-yard zero, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing right now. And I can tell you guys, I haven't really worked with the 18-inch barrel in some time. And yeah, basically just maneuvering around with this, you know, slung like this, I was basically hitting everything. This muzzle was like hitting everything that was like at knee level. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's why I've really come to love my 11.5-inch AR. But anyway, let's do some shooting with this. Let's see what kind of a group we can get. The ammunition that I got my 50-yard zero with was Igman, which is not great. I mean, I think that's like three-ish MOA ammo. So now I put in some Wolf Gold. I don't know, the Wolf Gold tends to, I've hit 1 MOA with that on a number of different rifles on many occasions. So I've hit 1 MOA in this rifle. We're gonna see now how it does with the ACOG, okay? And hopefully there won't be an impact shift from the, you know, now that I'm shooting the different ammunition. Oh, to give you guys some quick feedback as far as the zeroing in process, one of the things that I greatly appreciated and enjoyed with these adjustment knobs, right? No tools required. Nice big knob here that you can rotate. I guess the adjustment clicks are a 1/4 MOA, because at 50 yards it seems like I was like doing a lot more clicking in order to get my my zero. Okay, so I don't have the instruction manual. I think it must be a 1/4 MOA based on all the clicking I had to do. But yeah, just the fact that I don't have to use a tool, really nice. I had totally forgotten about that. I assumed that I was gonna have to use some type of tool. All right, so 200 yards. We're gonna shoot 5 shots. So this has a 3.5 magnification. Can tell you guys, I should not have bothered to use my good ammo, to use my Wolf Gold, because the 3.5 magnification on this really sucks. I'm trying to, you know, because I'm basically shooting an 11 by 8 by 11 target, and what I did with the bullseye is I made like 4 boxes because this has like a cross, so trying to get the cross out, you know, in between the 4 boxes that I made, yeah, I think it was kind of a waste using my good ammo because, you know, I mean, basically it's just, it's kind of hard to see it. Anyway, let's go down range and see what I did. All right, so I can see that my zero's left, and I knew it because when I was shooting, I could hear that ringing in the back, and that's off to the left. So it looks like I got one. Well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then 1 down there. Hold on. And I know those are new shots because I've marked every other hole that was on this paper. So I'm actually surprised at the grouping, because these 4 shots here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 3 inches. You got 4 out of 5 for 3 inches at 200 yards, right? So 200 yards, 3 inches, that's 1.5 MOA at 200 yards. So funny thing is, we got 3 shots here, 1, 2, 3, the ones without the hole. I mean, that's, the 3 shots are like 1.5 inches. And then with this one over here, I don't know what happened with that. With that one, they opened it up to 7 inches. We include that one, and that might have been, maybe I pulled it. You know, that could have been me. But yeah, it looks like I have to adjust this. I gotta go down. Looks like I gotta go down 5 inches. And then over about 5. So I'll go 5 by 5. So I think that's a 1/4 inch adjustments. So I gotta figure that out what that is gonna be at 200 yards. All right, let's make the adjustment. So I think it's, I need to move 5 by 5, 5 down, 5 to the right. And I think this is a 1/4 inch adjustment, so I think it's actually going to be at 200 yards. It's going to be just 5 clicks down and then 5 to the right. 1, 2, 4, 5, and then it's down and then right. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is like, I got a whole bunch of Hollisons. This is one of the things I love about this Acog is I can make these quick adjustments just with my finger, no tools, and just screw the caps back on. It's probably my favorite thing about the Acog. So I think that's it. Now, let me tell you guys, when I was shooting this gun, this 18-inch, really smooth recoil impulse. I think it has a rifle length gas system in the 18-inch barrel, because I measured from the beginning of the gas of the ejection port here, which is right by the beginning of the barrel extension. I measured 13 inches to the gas block, which is like way up there. And I think rifle length is 12 inches. So I'm not, you know, maybe it's measured from where the rifling begins. I don't know. I don't remember. But I measured 13 inches from the ejection port where the barrel extension ends to the gas block, which is way up here. So there's only like 4 inches of dwell time in this gun. Okay, so that's very similar to the dissipator, right? The Colt 605. So there's really a short space for the for the system to be pressurized. So anyway, let's do this magazine. Take another 5 shots. Hopefully my adjustments are correct. Take this quick again. So I got a bubble level over there. This table's all crooked and slanted. So if I didn't have the bubble level here, I'd be like canting the gun, and that would throw me off like 2 inches. So yeah, bubble level's up in the front over there. Basically, with the Acog, we got an eye relief. The eye relief on this is 2 inches. I measured it. So there's no space to put a bubble level over there. Bubble level's got to go all the way up there. Okay, 5 shots. In the wintertime, I close my ejection port just to keep the, especially if I'm only shooting 5 shots, because this way it keeps the temperature in the chamber consistent, because I don't want it cooling down and then getting hot and that kind of stuff. The summertime I keep it open so that it'll cool, unless like it's raining or it's muddy or, I'm worried about the breeze getting in there. All right, let's go take a look at this. Hopefully I made those adjustments right. All right, so there it is. Looks like I'm gonna have to go a little bit more to the right, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one up there. So there's at 200 yards. So the 4 out of 5. Oops. The 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 is where is it? About a 3 1/4 inches. All right, at 200 yards. So pretty close to the 1.5 MOA that we got earlier. And then with all 5, we've got 5 inches at 200 yards, which is like 2.5 MOA. And it looks like maybe I should go, definitely got to come down a little bit. Let me go down maybe 2 more clicks, and maybe go right 2 more clicks. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to go down 4 and right 2. The reason why I'm doing that is because the Wolf Gold, even though it's accurate, it's like lower velocity ammunition. It's slower. So if I shoot something that's faster, it's going to rise even more, and it would impact more up there. So let's go. Where are you? We said 4 down. 1. So I got earmuffs on. I can still hear that. Very, very audible, very tactile. So that was down, and then we're gonna go right. We said, which way is right? Right is that way. We're gonna go right 2. 2. Okay, we'll test this out again tomorrow. I'm gonna do a lot more shooting with this tomorrow. I'm gonna try some CQB shooting. See how well I can pick up the how well I can shoot up close with the with that 3x 3.5 magnification. Now, if you notice, I had to put the blue tape over the fiber optic, because otherwise it's actually 2 layers of blue tape, because otherwise it's just like way too bright and overwhelms my target, and there's no way I could get the cross in this box over here. That's what I had to do in order to because if I put like a dot or something, the cross is just going to cover it up. So I basically designed my bullseyes to fit the reticle. If I have a dot, usually I'll do something similar. I'll because this way I can center the dot in the center of the cross, right? So if it's a 2-way dot with a magnifier behind it, if I have a chevron, basically I create like a triangle, like an upside down triangle, and then I match up the 2 points if I have a chevron. So that's the Acog with the 3.5 magnification on top of the Palmetto 223 Wild with the 18-inch barrel. I mean, damn accurate gun with cheap target ammunition, right? I'm shooting like Wolf Gold, which I think was like, when I got it, was like $7 for a box of like 20 rounds. And very, very smooth, nice recoil, and I think that's because it's got this full-length rifle. That's got the rifle length gas system, where basically there's where the beginning of the port is. The gas block is like, where are you? I lost it. Oh, gas block is like way up there. That's where my gas block is, way up there. So there's like, I've measured 13 inches from there, from the ejection port to the gas block, and then there's like basically like 4 inches of dwell time over here. Cover you back up. I love these. I love the adjustment, adjustment knobs on this, and the caps, and they're retained, right, with the little wire over here. Try to give you guys a look and see what I see inside of this thing. It's getting a little dark now, so it is a bit hard for you guys to see, harder. So you can see how I try to center that red cross here. Actually, when I get into the shadow, you can see the cross better. I try to center that in those 3 boxes, 4 boxes rather.